Hi everyone, Janie here and Jason. Welcome back to our garden and welcome back to the secret garden. We are on the last day that I had planned for the secret garden makeover. We have done so much. This is like a whole new space and this is kind of the day that we're wrapping everything up. Actually, I shouldn't say that because one thing that I'm gonna do one extra day next week. I decided to pull all these flowers from these flower boxes. They just didn't look good. I tried transplanting some old flowers from the pots over by my front door. I tried transplanting them and they were just wilting and they were just dying and it didn't look good. So next week I will go to the store and I will find some beautiful white and green plants for these flower boxes and I will be working on that next week. Yesterday I planted all these sprinter boxwoods along the pathway and I am so incredibly sore. And so I asked Jason to come out and help me today and he of course said yes. He is digging up the Niagara Fall panicums right now so we can transplant those to another area. We have a couple of the sprinter boxwoods that we have to plant. We have these beautiful Arborvitaes that we have to replace and they are the perfect size. If you can see that one, and then there's the old one. The one that we had in there. So it really is just about the same size. So I think it's going to match perfectly. And then Jason actually went to Lowe's this morning and got a whole bunch of bags of mulch, which is really exciting. It's the first time we're putting bag mulch into this property. And I just think it's going to finish it off and make it look so good. So the jobs that are on our to-do list today, first off, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more boxwoods that we need to plant. These two, Jason just took out the Niagara Falls panicums. I have to transplant those. And then I'm just going to put the boxwoods just in that exact same spot. This one I added, so it's really close to this arch right there. I think that'll be really pretty. And then this one over here, I just have to plant. Jason already moved those big pots for me. Very thankful for that, Jason. He knows how sore I was last night, so he is definitely being a big help today. So I think what we're going to start off with is we're going to start off with the big guys, getting these Arborvitaes in. And these are the holes from the old Arborvitaes, and we accidentally didn't hook them up to drip, and so they ended up dying.
We or me?
I'm just trying to be nice.
I know. It was my fault.
I'm being polite.
It's okay. I did it.
Somebody forgot to hook them up to drip, and so the ones that we originally bought were actually smaller root balls than this one. So we just have to widen up these holes just a little bit to get these guys to fit. And then we should hook them up to drip immediately. Right?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I zoned out. Yes.
Yes, we should hook them up to drip immediately. We actually have to hook all the boxwoods up to drip and everything. So we'll get these two planted and then probably move on to the boxwoods. You know what would be really helpful? A digging stick.
Yes, I would. What used to have one. Very cool. When are you gonna get those?
Probably around Christmas time.
It's bright red down here.
It's the roots
It is the roots. Of what?
of this tree,
Really?
of the almond tree.
And they're red, huh?
There's an almond tree and there's an apple tree that have roots sticking out. They're all over.
Yeah. This is bright red. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. I thought it was an electrical wire of some sort at first, you know?
Mm-mm. Wait, show everybody. These are the roots that we're dealing with. You just got that out of that hole.
Yeah. It's a big root.
That's a big, big root. Big root. And it's way from Monty. No, it's great. That's perfect.
Cool.
Yeah. Wait, let me throw some of this.
Yeah. How about the rotation of it? Just turn.
I think fine. There, that looks really good. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, we are making really good progress. This goes so much faster with two people, especially Jason with his muscle. But we've got the Arborvitae planted. They look so good. I'm so happy to see them there. Symmetry, oh, it's just great. And then I've got all the rest of the boxwoods planted. Those are all in, nice and tucked in. Next, we were going to do mulch, but then we decided to do drip irrigation because there's a lot of emitters that don't go to plants anymore, plants that we've taken out. We need to hook all these boxwoods up on drip, and we figured that we should do that before we mulch. We will be thanking ourselves. So we're going to do that right now, make sure that these Arborvitae are hooked up to drip, and make sure that this whole bed is set and ready to go, and then very last thing we'll do is we'll mulch. All right, so I know you guys can't see much of what we did. Jason's finishing up that quadrant over there, but everything is hooked up to drip. All of the extra emitters for other plants that we had in here have been capped off or used for something else. So every single plant in here now is ready for drip, and we're not gonna lose any other plants. Cross our fingers. So now what I'm going to do over here in the back of the truck, we have a truck bed full of bagged mulch. And like I was saying, I usually like using arborist wood chips. For one thing, they're free. For another thing, they break down really, really well and they feed the soil. But this stuff is actually pretty good. My friend Robbie introduced me to this stuff. I used to use the black mulch, and I think that the black mulch is by far the most gorgeous looking mulch, but it's not the best for your garden. For one thing, it's dyed, right? So you're putting dyes into your garden. And then for another thing, black holds in the heat a lot. And so that's something that you don't really want to do. And I felt really bad. It was a really hard decision to go away from black mulch. But this one I think is so pretty that I think that it's worth it. Now, I don't think I'm going to use this throughout my whole garden because it would be costing a lot of money and like having to continually add more onto it. For now, I think it's just easier just to get arborist wood chips with the goal of covering everything with plants so that you really can't see the arborist wood chips. But at least in the secret garden, we can use this. So more heavy lifting, but the end is in sight. So I'm going to start spreading this out. Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
That looks great. Wow, what a difference.
What a difference, huh? God, should we mulch our whole garden?
We should.
I don't want to spend thousands of dollars either. That looks amazing.
How many bags per bed?
4. The bummer is the tree's going to lose all its leaves.
Oh, it covers it.
Okay? Are we done? There's mulch everywhere.
That's really nice.
And done after 5 days, and really I should say it was actually more like 7 days because the window trim took me 2 days in itself. After about a week of working on the secret garden, I am completely in love with it. What do you think?
This looks fantastic.
This looks fantastic. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Okay, so recap. Day 1, we ended up putting in the trim around the windows because we didn't have any trim around the windows. I painted it all, I caulked it all. That was probably the worst part of this whole week, was caulking the trim around the windows. Then Jason helped me with the shutters and the flower boxes. I will link those in the description down below. I have to say I'm really, really happy with those. Then we ended up transplanting these coral bark maples right here, which is so beautiful. And I have to give credit where credit is due. This was Michael Glassman's idea to plant these here. I just think that they're beautiful. They're going to get about 20 feet tall, and they're just going to give nice, beautiful shade and foliage to this area, right?
That'll be nice.
It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful. Then I did the Limelight Prime hydrangeas, which are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I had to put them in these terracotta pots because of the black walnut tree just on the other side of the fence. These would die in weeks had I planted them in the ground because of that thing. Ugh. But I do like the addition of the pots. I think it is definitely a good addition. The best addition was the Sprinter Boxwoods. These are so beautiful, and I'm so excited for them to grow into a hedge. I just think that they're going to be gorgeous. Are you going to be pruning the hedges?
I suppose.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I've never pruned boxwood hedges before.
Can't be that difficult.
It can't be that difficult. I'm sure it's fine. And then I love the soft caress mahonia kind of dotted in. That's so beautiful. And I am going to be planting things back here. I'm just kind of not totally sure what yet. We have the jasmine growing on the fence. So pretty soon this whole fence will be covered with star jasmine, which is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And then finally today, adding the rest of the Arborvitaes, the thuyas, in the, I think those are Green Mountain. That's what they are.
Sounds right.
Yeah, they're Green Mountain thuyas, and then of course the mulch. And unfortunately, this is a deciduous almond tree and a deciduous apple tree, and it's going to lose all its leaves. Every time a gust of wind comes by, it drops more leaves. So we'll try and stay on top of it, but you know, it is fall. That is just what's going to happen. But man, you guys, I am so in love with it. So let me hold still for some before and after photos. Here's a couple right here. Here's a couple over here. And then from this direction as well. That's okay. You can be in the after. You're part of the after. Oh, it is just so beautiful. And then that bower vine is going to grow up and around that gate over there. The Clematis armandii is growing beautifully over here. I just love this. And then next week I will be planting up these window boxes. Really pretty.
Really nice.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I like that it looks like cleaner than it did.
It looks so clean. That's because the mulch.
Mulch makes a big difference.
Mulch makes a big difference. Jason says no to mulch for the rest of it.
I don't know how many thousands of dollars that would cost,
I
but
know.
it wouldn't be a couple thousand.
It would be
many
insane.
thousands.
And by the time we finish mulching one part of the garden,
That's the thing, we'd have to go back.
you'd have to go back and you'd have to start again. It's like painting the Golden Gate
Yes,
Bridge.
it would be.
So anyway, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me this week. What a fun project to do. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.